Right there is a big old pretty black oak. And it did have quite a few acorns on it. Most of them have dropped. There's still a few up there, but there's 5, 6 good trees up here, and then I've got about 5 or 6 good trees down there around my food plot that are producing acorns. They've got quite a few on them. So anyway, pretty good little wad of them right here. Those are black oak. Some of them are blanks, and then some of them are good. I don't know. We had quite a bit of rain, so this tree should have had enough moisture. But anyway, the acorns are scattered. They're definitely scattered. I mean, you can find patches of them where they're thick, but it's a long ways between, patches, it seems to me like, from what I've seen. But I've got lucky right here at my food plot. I've got all these black oaks that are dry. Got that dude. Can't see anything. It's getting late. That's why I had to take that hard quartering shot. I had to shoot it. It was, I mean, big time quartering away. But it looked excellent to me. I mean, with that 2-inch cut broadhead, we should be able to find that deer within 150 yards. I would hope or think. Well, I got down there where I shot him. No blood. Went into the clear cut. About 40 yards, no blood, but there's no leaves at all in that clear cut on the ground. I mean, it's just like dirt. So I don't know for sure if I was actually on his trail or not. I went to the crest of that hill and walked around it and didn't find a drop. So I'm gonna go back, look at this video, and just see how much penetration that I got. I know it was back far enough. If it just got in far enough to get both lungs, I don't know. It may have been too far back for both lungs. Maybe just cut the liver and off lung. I don't know. But I don't know what I shot. I'm just gonna have to look at it. It looked good. I looked at it once on this camera and it looked like it's a kill shot. So it's a killing shot, I think. I had to backtrack and go get my camera out of the truck because I was gonna come down here on this contour on the break of this hill right here and walk it and just look for my knock and see if we could find any blood right here before he dropped off the hill. And we came less than 100 yards around here on the break of this hill and looked to the left down the hill, and there was the green knot going and the buck laying there dead. So he didn't go 100 yards to make a long story short. But I was tracking him basically on his tracks. This is in an old clear cut right here, and it's all dirt. There's a very few leaves. It wouldn't have mattered anyway though, because he had a gut plug in his hole. I shot him severely quartering away, so I had to put it way back. And I think it lodged in his front shoulder, what happened, or right in the back of it. But could not find any blood. Like I said, I don't know if he was even bleeding at all, but it would have been hard to find blood on this. The only place you would have been able to see it's on these weeds right here. Every once in a while there'd be some weeds, some green on them. You might be able to, a person might could have found some blood on those, but that would have been about it. Like I said, tracks. Followed him on the tracks, and that was it. But he's only down here about 20 yards. I swear he didn't go, he couldn't have went more than 100. 100 tops. I don't even know if he went that far. Let's go look at him. Here you can see where he skinned the ground coming down the hill. Skinned it up pretty good, no blood at all. Show you why there's no blood here in a second. Right here was about his final tumble, and there is absolutely no blood. Dandy buck though. Oh yeah, he's stiff as he can be. Right there is the reason why he wasn't bleeding. I shot him severely quartering. And you can see that arrow angle right there. Went in, probably caught the right lung and hit the shoulder over there is what happened, is what it did. But that's why there's no blood. It was up there, I was shooting straight down angle from a high position, so I had to hit him a little high, and then the gut. Of course, it had to go through the gut quartering away like that, so it spilled back out into that big hole, completely plugged it. So that deer is completely full of blood. I don't think he bled a thimble full of blood. Good Arkansas buck right there. Bet he didn't go 80 to 100 yards. But I was definitely worried about it though. I mean, I didn't really want to shoot that shot, but I was running out of camera light, and he was facing away from me for quite a while there. Stayed in draw for about 2.5 minutes in full draw, and had to let him turn, and finally he did. And I drew my bow back, and there was about at least 8 deer out there where they could see me when I drew my bow that last time, so I was lucky to even get it back. I finally got it drawn back and settled the pins in there. I knew I was going to have to shoot a little high. At the angle I was shooting, I was pretty high in that tree. I mean, I had to put it back. I put it back just a little further than what I wanted to. But still, if I would have put it 3 inches forward, it would have done the same thing. I think it would have lodged on that shoulder either way. But it went in at a really sharp angle, and it took out, I don't know if it hit that main artery, but it went in, I think it took out probably the liver and the right lung is what it looked like. But he dang sure didn't go far, and he's been dead for a while. He was stiff, so testament to those broadheads. They are the cheap kind, but hey, why pay $44 for 3 of them when you can pay $1.10 to 20 cents for one? We thought he was a 12, he's actually an 11. We thought this right here had a fork on it. It didn't, it's just got some webbing right there. It made it look like a point. Had him on camera about 3 days in a row. He came in at noon one day, and then he came in to the food plot at 7 o'clock one morning, and then he was there at about 6:30 one evening, so not real consistent. Before then, I only had like 1 picture of him in a month's time, so for whatever reason, he decided to hang in there for 3 days, and then he skipped 2. I don't know where he went. I might have had one night picture of him off in a distance. I couldn't tell by looking at the trail pictures. But he's a good Arkansas buck. Now I can just get ready for the rut, do some more bow hunting and filming. If there was any question on where that broadhead came out, there's not now. Right there, I cut the shoulder off. Right there where it did all the damage, and right there's the hole. Right there's even a bunch of stomach material in there. It came in right there. And almost out right there.